Dragonary 2023, dragon number 4. This is the wild horned worm. Now, actually the worm quality of this guy, you don't see as much because we don't see his body, but I knew right away I was going to try and do a little something with the skull in this guy. I wanted to give it a little bit of a different shape to his cranium. Again, thinking back to some of the dinosaurs that I used to like when I was a kid, they had these bony structures on the head. Some of the horns themselves were these big plates and different things like that. So I just thought it would be interesting to try and explore that and see, where that would take me on this guy. Even the beak itself, I see a lot of bone being around this guy's face. In the tip of the nose, what develops into the horns on the head, and even the spike on the chin. The horn sort of suggested like a big ram's horn kind of texture. I thought kind of briefly about the idea of doing like a single horn coming off the brow and down the middle of him, but this would still be a two-horned dragon. I think in order to do that with the single horn thing and make it look cool, you'd have to see him from a 3/4 view or something that wasn't quite so profile. But again, here I've moved on to the 2B phase of the pencil lay-in. It's starting to play up some of the form that's suggested in the quicker gestural lay-in. Thinking about the way those ram's horns are, they almost have these sort of segments to them as they go from the tip of the horn up to where it joins the head, and I sort of was seeing a little bit of that in the underneath of the gesture drawing. And again, just trying to keep some form in mind. Little pit marks for where maybe he had butted into another dragon somewhere down the road. Those kind of like signs of history that are part of the character that we're developing. I think about that too as I start to draw these guys out. Trying to get that little plated armor in there. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes you have to erase. No crime in that. Got to get it in there till it looks right now. And I was sort of heading in the complete wrong direction with what I had started. Now with these diagonals, it looks a little better and the form looks a little stronger. So there we go. The wild horned worm dragon.